Are you breaking the rules?
Welcome to the bubble. Today we are going to be discussing the unwritten rules of gaming, and I'm sure there are a fair few that you are not abiding by. As avid gamers, all four of us, I'm sure we're going to have plenty of rules to bring to the table. So who wants to kick us off? Anyone got any rules that we feel we should get started with? No one jumping in? Right. I will start with, number one, like, avid collector over here, achievement hunter, so like search every room before going through any doors. You go through a door, you might activate a cutscene or a checkpoint that does not allow you to go backwards. You need to search that room, even if you're not going for achievements and collectibles. Ammo, supplies, anything that could be in there, check that room before you move forward, because that door could cut you off.
I hate that so much.
Yeah, I know, it's caught me a few times.
It's caught me countless times, and then it's like auto-saving. Yeah. Cheers! Another playthrough needed.
Yeah, exactly. Got to do the whole game again just to get that one collectible that you missed in that room you ran through.
If we peel this right back to right at the beginning, right, as a trophy hunting,
achievement
hunter.
hunter.
Platinum trophies are the one.
He started on achievements. Don't give me this.
When I was but a mere baby, before I completed every Dark Souls and got all the platinum. Anyway, so if we strip this right back, being collectors, completionists, we're just going to call ourselves completionists, right? Because that works. Yeah, that's like universally, you know, that's the whole, all the genders kind of thing.
Providing there's an achievement or trophy for completing it, otherwise not worth the time.
But still, like I said, if we go right back to the days of like Super Mario, for example, or even
the days before achievements.
Yeah, or even more simply, I mean, as a kid, before we had achievements or trophies, we had a thing called in-game unlockables. Now there was no such thing as downloadable content or any of that CRAP either, right? We had all the content on the disc. Now the only way to get all the content on the disc was to complete the game and play the game, right? You didn't just spend a tenner and buy all the unlockables, right? So collecting everything is very important. You want to get to that last level of Super Mario. You're going to want to collect all the coins, or have you really completed it, right? And it's the same with, you know, like I'm saying, older games before trophies and stuff like that. The completion was getting that infinite ammo rocket launcher and just absolutely destroying every enemy.
I was just about to say, Resident Evil 4, like before it came out on 360 and yada yada, played it on the PS2, and getting the special costumes. Oh, that suit of armor, that made so much difference in protecting actually playing on professional. Like, it completely changed the game. And the hand cannon, unlocking from doing all the mercenaries, like getting the 3 stars and all of them.
And showing your mates as well.
Yeah.
I got the hand cannon. No, you didn't. Come around my house after school.
Yeah, for sure. It made all the difference, especially on those professional playthroughs.
I mean, I was thinking of the original Resident Evils. You know, the tank controls, old school ones. Even those, you know, you had unbelievable, powerful weapons or costumes and stuff that you can unlock from getting times or, you know, saving under a certain amount of times, things like that. I really don't like the fact that everything's downloadable content. Oh, you want it? You have to pay for it. Yeah. I've already bought the game. I've just spent like £70 on the game.
Yeah, to charge you just to get the next bit of the game. But anyway, that's not the topic of what we're discussing. So yeah, collect everything. Should we move on to the next rule?
That should be an unwritten rule for developing games.
Yeah, it definitely should be. Who's got another rule they want to bring to the table?
Well, it comes off of what you just said, always save.
Always save, yeah.
Even if you're on PC. Especially if you're on PC, because they crash a lot, some of them.
And also,
some games don't auto-save.
Yeah.
So you don't save, you've lost everything.
Yeah, save frequently when you're playing like Skyrim or Fallout or something like that.
Especially if you're modding it heavily.
Yeah.
Save. All the time.
In the same vein, save loading, or as they call it on the internet, save scumming to get trophies. Oh, I need to kill this entire village of people for a trophy. Well, obviously, I'm not going to be doing that on my playthrough because this is another rule as well that we'll probably go into later. Don't be evil. Why would you be evil in a video game? Be nice to everyone. They might give you stuff or do stuff for you. You
might get side quests from them.
Yeah, don't be evil. Don't be
always be evil.
Unless you save your game, kill the entire village, kill everyone.
Yeah, but
fire an arrow at the chicken if you really want.
Yeah, but why wait for them to give you something for going off and running off and getting them something when you can kill them and take it?
Because you don't get it. Because you
Yeah, you do.
No, because so many games you have these random little characters and you just go up to them and talk nicely and you don't attack anyone around them, and then they go, oh, by the way, I have a quest for you and you can earn this special ring that does this power and will protect you in the final boss. It's like, oh yes, I'm so glad I did that instead of going in and killing it.
Yeah, but if it's an open world game, and you're collecting everything like you do, you'll probably go there and get the ring anyway.
Yeah, unless they're quest specific. Like,
Yeah.
which is a case quite a few times with these characters.
Yeah,
and
it's
side
more
quests.
with modern games like this,
Unique
where
weapons.
you can pretty much get everything. And the Dark Souls games, you can kill some characters,
You
can get some stuff.
You can kill all the NPCs. What I do at the end of any run in Dark Souls, and I've completed Dark Souls 1. How many times have you got to do it for the trophy? 3 times. I've completed it on Xbox and on PlayStation. So I've completed the game about 7 times. So each time you finish a run, just before you kill the last boss, kill all the NPCs, every single one of them. And you get all their weapons and their souls.
Exactly. So you kill people, you get more stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Killing people is good. You just need to know when to do it. And if you really can't ever bring them back, and it's going to be a real problem, just save, kill them, see what they got, load it.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, like there are many an opportunity, well, not many. Sometimes it's slim, but there are opportunities in games where you'll find. Speaking of Dark Souls, I remember going into the first Painted World. There was an opportunity right there, right from the get-go, from the first campfire, where you could go up, you could kill all those slime people things with the shields, get an incredible amount of souls, and then go back to your campfire and then come back up, and you could keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people may look down on farming, but especially games like that with that kind of difficulty level, like it helps out massively. Put the time into the farming, and then you can play the rest of the game at a much nicer pace and a much more enjoyable kind of speed. Like you can move through.
I mean, some of them you actually have no choice but to farm, because I don't personally enjoy playing online very much in pretty much anything. You know, so with Dark Souls in 2 and 3 and 1 as well to a lesser extent, you have to farm an enemy over and over and over again to get items that you can otherwise only unlock through playing online for Covenant items and trophies related. It's horrendous. It can take hours and hours of just killing the same enemy and going back and killing the same enemy, but it's worth it.
Yep,
All the trophies.
you want to be a completionist, it's got to be done. Look, Matt, you got an unwritten rule you want to bring to the table?
Yeah, the fact that anything is possible. Like if it's been made in the game, someone's completed it in a playtest, and you might think that it's impossible.
So you mean like those ridiculous bosses and
Like Cluster Truck.
Yeah, cluster truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely agreed. Like, no matter how hard it seems, it may just be because you haven't worked out the boss's weakness, you haven't worked out the strategic way you're meant to do that level, or the stealthy way of getting round a situation.
Or that corner you can hide behind where it can't hit you.
Yeah, or those little tiny spots that you can find wedged in a rock or just over the edge of a lip of something that you can just fire away and they can't get you. There's always a way. Yeah, definitely.
Do you love those games where you can hide behind the corner of a wall and like aim at them and shoot them straight in the head, and they can't hit you because you're behind a wall?
You're just past the corner.
Yeah.
You're firing. Yeah. Use that on many insane or veteran playthrough.
It still doesn't make it massively easier, does it?
No, it certainly
It's
doesn't.
hard
But it gives you that little edge in the bit
Yeah.
you get stuck in.
Yeah, it
'Cause
really
what
does.
you do, you play a bit over and over and over, doing it the way you're meant to, and then it's, you know what? I'm going to find an edge that I can
That's it.
wedge
You
myself
have to
into.
find a way to
Yeah.
wing it.
Yeah,
And you
for
think to yourself, these speed runners and these pro gamers, how have they done it? Like, and then you just watch it on YouTube, and there's just some dude playing like hardest difficulty New York Minute mode on Max Payne 3, and they're just like, just dive here and kill all them, and dive there and kill everyone in the room, and then next room. And you're just like, this person must have spent the past like 5 years playing nothing but this and not moving from their bed.
Yeah, it is incredible. Even as because we both will always go hardest difficulty.
Oh, yeah.
There's achievements or trophies involved. We're going straight to the hardest.
I usually do anyway. I just completed the new God of War. Well, when it came out, it's probably been about half a year now since I completed it, but it has no difficulty related trophies. So I was, well, hardest difficulty. Like, let's get the full experience.
See, I can't do that. Like, I'm a completionist, but if they're not rewarding me with gamer score, like I want efficient gamer score earning. Like,
Yeah, I get that.
Like, I can do it on casual and earn that full 1000 G in X amount of hours, or I can do it on the hardest difficulty and take like days and days longer to do it.
I always take the my mind works in the way that it goes. Well, obviously, harder difficulty means it's going to be, you know, more realistic to the character, because, you know, on a higher difficulty, you're going to get shot maybe once or twice and die.
Yeah, I do like that, where it brings in a bit more realism into games.
So it's like my character, imagining you're the character for a minute, your character's like in a situation, he's surrounded by like 20 people with, going back to Max Payne 3 in my head here, like you're surrounded by like 20 people and like 2 or 3 shots are going to kill you. Like, that's insane. And knowing that you're slogging through it, like it's a good feeling.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's rewarding, but for me, I need that achievement noise at the end. Otherwise, I feel like I'm not doing it as efficiently as I could be, and I could be earning and then on to the next game where I can take on the hardest difficulty because there's an achievement for it.
Yeah.
I need to be rewarded with achievements to make it worth my time.
So usually it's the same for me with most things. It's just difficulties that I won't go down on. Because, like I said, it brings the experience more authentic, and I usually buy games on release when I really want them. So, you know, you spend like 50 to 100 sometimes quid on them, and you want to get the most out of it. And to do that, I find that I like to play on the hardest difficulty. Although, go back to talking about God of War, I don't advise doing it because you can't change down the difficulty. So when you get to the final boss, it's going to take you a while. It took me a while, and I play games a lot on hardest difficulty all the time, and that was ridiculous. I mean, you can watch my gameplay probably somewhere on YouTube. Maybe I'll put a link on this video, but it took a long time to complete that.
So else I want to add in with the whole collecting side of things. Like, if there's ever a waterfall in a game, go through it.
Every time.
Yeah, even if you just end up hitting rock, like, it's worth it, because probably 6 times out of 10, 7 times out of 10, there is a cave in there, and there is going to be some sort of collectible
legendary weapon or
legendary
something.
Weapon. Something behind the waterfall.
Easter egg sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, I love a good Easter egg.
Yeah, so do I. I love it when there's an achievement for getting an Easter egg as well.
Yeah, that's good. That's always
secret
good.
Achievement.
More achievements or trophies.
Just guide you into doing the Easter egg, because you like finding Easter eggs anyway, even if there's not an achievement, just because it's something special. Yeah. But when there's an achievement for an Easter egg, that's so good. Like the Hello Neighbor, there's a really cool Easter egg in that, and like the achievement for doing the Easter egg, and multiple achievements in the Easter egg, like while you're doing it. Wow. It was really cool. There's like a false wall, and you go through it, and then there's just this like error symbol that comes up in the middle of blackness, like through the false wall, and you just like walk towards it, and then you, like, instead of being stuck in just the house and like the house across from it, which is the only playable area in the main game, all of a sudden you have free roam of the entire map.
Oh, really?
And you go to different viewpoints around the map, and it gives you an achievement for each viewpoint that you go to. So that was a really cool Easter egg.
They put a lot into that game.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, next rule. Anyone got one to bring to the table?
Yeah, I've got one.
Go on.
I was going to say, don't screen watch when it comes to multiplayer couch, like
yes,
split screen games.
100%.
That's hard not to do, though.
I don't agree.
No,
I don't agree, because I have a point to make. That is, if something is in the game, if something's in the game, part of the game,
use it.
Use it. It's in the game. The developers have put it in the game for you to use what's in the game.
You see, the way I see it is like you're against each other. Like, you kind of. The whole point is to put your gaming skill against the other person's gaming skill, not your ability to watch what they're doing and work out, well, they're going to be over there in a minute, so I'll just sit here and wait and shoot them. But
unless you're putting a dividing wall between, they can see your screen, you can see their screen. Anyone says that they don't screen watch is a liar. So when you're playing video games and split screen games, and somebody says, oh, you're screen watching, yeah, they're getting mad because they're doing the same thing and they suck at it. That's the truth.
I completely disagree with that. As a try our hardest not to screen watch in the slightest while gaming, because I mean, the size of screens these days, like you can focus on your own side.
I'm gonna get a photograph and I'm gonna post it on the internet of how close you sit to the screen.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I agree with that one. These two don't. We got another rule. You got another one, Doug?
Just enjoy the game.
Just enjoy the game.
Don't worry about collecting everything like these two numbnuts. Play it for fun.
Also, in the same vein, or maybe the other vein, because that vein's getting a bit worn out. But on the same thing, sometimes in video games, you kind of just, especially in Dark Souls, I'm a huge fan of Dark Souls. I love it. I'm a masochist. I can't help it. Stop. Enjoy the view.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. I can completely get behind that one. So many games like Halo, Gears of War, a lot of the high-rated games, obviously Dark Souls, but like a lot of those high-rated games, they put so much work just into background scenery. And
absolutely.
It's beautiful artwork. Like all you have to do is, instead of following the main path, just go left to the cliff edge and just look.
Yeah.
Just stop for a minute and
deliberately
look at the amount
designed
of detail that they've put into just things you can't even enter.
Yep.
It's incredible.
So, video games are basically a work of art. They're a blank canvas that someone's completely crafted for you to see it all. And these things aren't, there's just some village or castle over that hill, who cares, I'm going to carry on walking. No, stop and look at it, because they've deliberately designed this scene for you to have a look at it. And if you go have a look at it, a lot of the time you're going to be awestruck. In some games, sometimes you'll just be like, that sucks, look how badly rendered it is. But sometimes you're going to be like, wow, they really put a lot of effort into this completely pointless bit here.
Yeah, that's what I quite like. Like in some games, they have challenges that lead to achievements. Again, that's for like sit on every bench in the game, and they'll just have odd benches at their most beautiful viewpoints, and you just have to find the bench, sit down, and then it just plays a bit of peaceful music, and you just look out across the view. That kind of stuff's really nice. Or telescopes that you have to go and use, things like that. Yeah, I appreciate when they do that, because it persuades people into stopping and appreciating what they've done.
Unless you're just on a mad one and you go up click on the telescope, back out of the telescope, click on the telescope, back out of the telescope. Trying to rack up these achievements or trophies.
Thank you.
These three play Xbox. I'm the only PS4.
I play PC more than Xbox, so.
Good.
And it's worth getting achievements on there.
I bet. I want a PC. Ideally,
you get cards on Steam, which you can sell for real money.
That's awesome.
And then you get discount on games.
Yeah, I would like it if there was actual earning potential.
You're higher level.
They have a reward system.
Given more.
Yeah, they've got Xbox rewards, but I don't know what.
It's not that worth it. You can join chances to win stuff. But enjoy the game.
You know when you have
Take time.
You know when you have an inventory in a game, and you have a Magnum, and you have Magnum bullets that you've just picked up.
Resident Evil?
For example. Yep, Resident Evil is the perfect example. Then you save the ammo for that Magnum for a boss that never comes.
Yeah, finish the game with a load of health packs and a load of the highest powered weapon ammo, no matter what difficulty you're on, just because you know that you need it for if something really bad comes. And then you battle your hardest using whatever ammo you have and whatever rubbish guns you have to get through the areas where you could have used your Magnum, but you don't, because there may be a boss that you need it on, so save it for that point.
Then when you get to that boss, sometimes you think to yourself, is this the one?
Yeah, I can beat this without the Magnum.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's a glowing thing coming from its whatever. I'm just gonna shoot that with my regular weapons, and I'm sure that'll kill it. And you kill it, and then the title, the credits roll.
Game's over.
Yeah.
You fired that Magnum one time.
Yeah, the amount of games we've finished.
And it's fully upgraded, because obviously it's a boss fight, so you get fully
ready for the boss. Too many times.
Classic.
Too many times.
It's a classic.
And we've got another rule to bring to the table.
Troll people. Always troll people.
Always troll people.
Always. Like, someone doesn't know the controls on the PC, tell them Alt F4. Get them to close the game.
Or even better, grief them. Just go jump online and just keep killing them until they quit.
If they've annoyed you.
Yeah, this is what I was about to say. Like, I'm quite peaceful when I play online. I'm going to go here, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do a quest for an NPC, and I'm going to do this. Ow! Someone just shot me. What are you going to do? I'm going to keep shooting him.
Kill him. Over and over.
Over and over and over and over and over and over. And then if he leaves, follow him to the next lobby. Until he turns his console off, or gets off his console, goes and buys a different console.
I just want to say that I don't agree with any of this. I like to unite with my fellow players online, and hopefully we can find a collaboration where we can get achievements together. That's what I'm looking for. A nice, peaceful, enjoyable playthrough, so no one trolls me, stops my achievement earning, and I don't troll anyone else.
They'll still troll you.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid that by not trolling them. But that's I think we agree to disagree on that one. Yeah, you troll. He definitely trolls me. Is what it is. The other day on Gears 5, which has just come out, we're playing the new escape mode. I'm stood at the door while it's closing, the final closing door. He's not shooting any of the enemies coming through. He's shooting me in the back of the head. Emptied all of his ammo into the back of my head, trying to put me down before the end of the game. I'm thinking I'm getting attacked by enemies because I'm in there hitting everything with my knife, trying to kill all these enemies, and he's there shooting me in the back of the head. So yes, he trolls me, but I don't troll him. Yeah, I still survived. We still escaped, so that went well. But yeah, no, I'm definitely not a fan of trolling myself.
What about stealing other people's loot?
Nah, not if it's an online player. Like, I don't want. If someone stole my loot, I know how annoyed I'd be. So
yeah, but
like,
what if they're just a random online dude that you've never seen before, and you know that you're never gonna see again, and there's a sweet piece of awesome loot right there?
Nah, I don't care. It's that small chance that someone's gonna steal my awesome loot that I've got there.
They will.
And if I don't take his loot, then maybe karma will come back around, and I'll be safe from someone stealing mine. So I just want peace. Oh, I want to be efficiently hunting.
Of course, I'm taking the loot.
Obviously, I'm taking it.
12-year-olds don't care about my loot.
You've been quite quiet.
Depends what game.
Any game that has some kind of awesome loot. You've just killed a boss or something. There's the piece of awesome loot that you've technically not earned. Somebody else has earned it, but it's right in front of you, and you've got the option to get it. And he's running towards it. Are you going to take that awesome piece of loot? You don't know this guy at all.
Oh, that's a different story. Like if you're both taking on a boss and you can. Like,
no, you haven't contributed.
You haven't contributed at all.
No,
you just turn up, he's killed the boss, and there's loot. I don't know. I'd probably feel kind of wrong about it. I'd want to take on the boss myself anyway and earn it like properly.
But it's random chance loot. And it's awesome.
That's a grim question.
You're gonna take it. Anybody's gonna take it. You'd be crazy not to take it.
You gotta take it.
You gotta do it.
Yeah, it would
you gotta
feel
do it
morally incorrect at the time, but it would be a split decision. I don't know what. It depends how good the loot is and how much that will affect
for so long that
he'd get the loot anyway. Yeah. But yeah, on a whole, don't agree with trolling. I know you guys very much do.
Not unprovoked. Not always unprovoked. Sometimes, you know, cheeky
little troll.
Blow up their car, and then you know something like that. Shoot their horse.
Well, on that note, we got anything else to add before we wrap up?
Oh, wrap! I could do with a wrap. I'm quite hungry actually.
I had 4 cheeseburgers. I'm not.
4 cheeseburgers.
No, we all good. Outro? Anyone got anything?
Everyone's looking at me. I just want to say, play responsibly. And also, game over.